Welcome learners, in the series of videos on topology, we are looking at the components. In the last video, we have talked about the components of a topological space, which is nothing but the maximal connected subset of a topological space X. Okay, and with this we have taken some examples and we proved that the only components of Q are the singletons, and we use that fact to say something about the functions as well. So in this video, we will prove that if X is locally connected, in fact you can show that for path connected as well, then the components or the path components of X are open. Okay, and another theorem we will going to prove and in this video. So let's state the theorem. Let X be locally connected. Let X be locally connected. You can do this for locally path connected as well. So locally connected space, then the components. So if you start with path connected, then the path component you have to start with. Then the components of X, then the components of X are open. Okay, and to prove this we have to start with some component and we need to prove that that component is open. Okay, let's do this very simple proof. So let us take a component first. So let C be component of X, be component of X. That means C is a maximal connected subset of X. What we need to show? We need to show that this C is open in X. Okay, and to show that something is open, we will use the definition of open sets. So we will take a point, arbitrary point in C, and we will find an open set which contains that. Okay, so let us take a point C. What we have, okay, and let us take C0, C suffix naught. C0 belongs to C. We have to find a neighborhood of C0 which contains inside C. Okay, now what data we have? We have the data that X is locally connected. So if X is locally connected and if C is a component, we have this. Okay, so since X is locally connected, there is a connected neighborhood of, since X is locally connected, there is connected neighborhood, NBHT, neighborhood say U C suffix naught, UC0 of C0 such that this C0, which is a point which will belongs to UC0, and UC0 will be contained inside X as a subset of X. Okay, now what we have, C0 is in C and C0 also is in UC0. So this implies C0 belongs to UC0 intersection with C, and we know that this UC0 is connected and C is also connected. So what we have here is UC0 and C, which are connected, has a point in common, have a point in intersection. That means the union is connected. We have proved this fact in the previous videos. If you are not going through that, please go through it. Okay, so this implies the union of C and UC0 is connected. Why it is connected? Because they have a point in common. Both C and UC0 is connected and they have a point in common, intersection. Then the union is connected. Okay, so this implies this is connected. And of course, Of course, C will be inside this C union UC naught. Okay, since C is component and C is contained inside C union UC naught, this implies this has to be equals to C, right? Because this is a component and this is inside this, you said that this is connected, implies C has to be equals to C union U C naught, and if this is the case, this implies this U C naught has to be a subset of C. Okay, what we have proved, what we have done, hence we have taken a point C naught. From C naught we have a neighborhood of C naught, that is UC naught, and this UC naught is contained inside C. So let's go back ahead again. We have started with the component C. We have taken a point C in C. We found the open set UC naught which contain inside C. This implies C is open in X. So what we have proved is every component, if X is locally connected, then every component is open. We have proved. Okay. So let's go for another theorem. Let me first write the theorem, then we will discuss about it. With this we have completed this theorem. Let X be locally path connected, locally path connected, then every open connected subset of X, open connected subset of X is path connected. So the hypothesis what we have here is X is locally path connected, and we need to show that if you take any open connected subset of X, then it has to be path connected. So to prove this, we'll use some simple trick. So let us take a open subset of X, because we need to show that every open connected subset of X is path connected. So let us take a open connected subset of X. So let U be open subset of X, open subset of X that is connected. We need to show that this U is path connected. Okay, and to do that, let us take a set. Let us take all the collections. So let P alpha, such that alpha belongs to I. Let us take this collection be distinct. That means the intersection is empty. Distinct, non-empty, path connected components, empty, path connected components of subspace U. Let us take a subspace U and let us take this collection as the path connected components. Okay, now if we show that the cardinality of this set is 1, that means it has only one such set, then we are done. Okay, that means U is equals to that P alpha or whatever P, and which is nothing but path connected. So now here note that U is locally path connected. Okay, so observe that U is locally path connected, and if U is locally path connected, we have proved here if X is locally connected, then the components of X are open. Here we can also prove that if X is locally path connected, then the path components are open. Okay, so we'll use that fact here. Note that U is locally path connected, and hence all the components, all the path components of which component is P alpha, all the path components P alpha of U are open in the space, open in U. This is subspace topology. Okay, our claim, as I said, that it has only one component. So claim cardinality of I, that is indexing set, is equals to 1. So if cardinality of I is equals to 1, that implies this has only one element, and this implies this set has only one element. So what happens if cardinality of I is not equals to 1? What happens if cardinality of I is not equals to 1? So suppose not. So if not, that means it has more than one element. So let us take two elements. So let alpha beta belongs to I, indexing set, such that this beta is not equals to alpha. Okay, now this implies P beta and P alpha are non-empty, empty. We will get the contradiction. Okay, and for that we will take a partition. We will get the separation for U. We stated that U is connected, and by using this fact we will get the partition. How will we get the partition? So for that, let us take W to be equals to P beta, and let us take V to be union alpha belongs to I, alpha not equals to beta, P alpha. So both are open. P beta is open. Okay, by definition, the way we have taken a set components. So since P beta, or since let's take for in general, since P alpha is open in U for all alpha belonging to I, this implies this W and this V, because it's a union of open sets, W and V are open in U, both are open, and also their intersection is empty, right, by the definition, and also P alpha intersection P beta is equals to empty. This happens for all alpha not equals to beta, and hence we can say that P beta intersection with the union alpha belonging to I, alpha not equals to beta, P alpha will be empty, and this implies P beta is nothing but W intersection with V is equals to empty. So we have proved that both are open, W and V are open. We have proved that the intersection is empty, and of course the union is nothing but whole of the space U. So this implies This implies not U. W comma V is separation for U. This is contradiction. This is a contradiction because U is connected set. Okay, and this implies we got this contradiction because we assume that cardinality of A is greater than 1, I is greater than 1. This implies I has only one element and hence U is path connected. And with this we are done. Okay, now what we can ask the question, what are the components of low limit topology, right? Say cofinite topology, or you can define your set, you define your topology, and you can ask about what are the components of that topology. So with this we are done with the topic of connected spaces in topological space. We have talked about the path connected spaces as well, then locally connected space, and many other things. So in the next videos or in the coming series of videos, we will talk about the compact spaces. We will develop the theory for compact topological spaces, right? Locally compact, all those things we will see. So that's all for the today's videos. Stay tuned and stay safe.